I started a new pet portrait study. Because, well, after finishing the Dalmatian, I really wanted to keep going. There's something about painting dogs. They're just so lovable. This is one of several studies I'm doing because I'm planning to open pet portrait commissions soon. I've actually done commissions before, mostly human portraits or illustrations, but this is my first time focusing on animals. I thought people love their pets deeply, and I love painting, so maybe this could be a good mix. Something personal and warm that also helps me build more stable income through my art. Plus, I've really missed working in oils and painting figuratively. I went through a phase of painting abstract painting, and while I do love how the pieces turn out, I realized that I actually enjoy the process of figurative painting more. It feels more focused, more satisfying. I don't know how to explain it. I'm working on watercolor paper here, but I printed with 2 layers of gesso and then sanded it to get a smoother surface. It's not the perfect setup, but it works really well for this kind of studies. Eventually, for real commissions, I will use canvas or gesso board. I actually haven't tried gesso board yet, but artists that I admired like Jennifer Junari use it and recommend it, so I'm very curious to see how it feels. For this painting, I started with a grayish base using a mix of ivory black and ochre, just to avoid working on pure white. That neutral tone really helps judge colors better, especially when you're trying to match subtle fur tones. One thing I'm practicing in these studies is simplifying. Trying to see the large shapes and values first, and not getting too caught up in small details. Because when I focus too much on every tiny spot, the painting starts feeling stiff or fragmented. And I want to keep it expressive and alive. That's hard sometimes, especially when you know you're painting a dog's nose or an ear. It's easy to switch into "this must look like a nose" mode, instead of just painting what you see. With this study, I struggled a bit around the right eye and the brow area. I didn't get the values right at first, so it looked flat and kind of lifeless. I had to step back, compare it to the reference, and let it sit overnight. That's something I've learned recently. Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away. Let your eyes rest. Come back the next day and suddenly you see the mistake clearly. It's kind of like your brain processes the painting while you're not looking. Also, I just loved painting the nose. I don't know why, but I always enjoy that part. The shiny texture, the soft edges, the structure underneath, there's something very satisfying about it. I tried not to get lost in the idea of what I was painting. Instead, I focused on the shapes and values. That helps a lot. Even though I know it's, for example, a dog's nose, I try to forget that and just look at abstract forms. I've always been surrounded by animals. Right now, I live in the countryside with 2 dogs that we've trained since they were puppies. They are a huge part of my daily life, and honestly, they inspire me constantly. I even remember a dog we had many years ago who disappeared when he was sick. we never found out what happened, and that stayed with me. I think part of why I love painting pets is that it feels like a way to honor that bond, to turn that connection into something lasting. When I paint animals, I get attached to them, even if I don't know them. I do love painting people too, but I have to admit, animals just win me over more easily. I mean, I look at a dog's face and instantly feel this warmth. And with humans, well, it takes a little bit more effort. Part of why I'm sharing these videos is to show the full process behind each painting. Not just the final result, but how it's built, layer by layer, mistake by mistake. I'm also slowly building this channel. It's still small, but it's exciting to imagine where it might go. Maybe with more pet portraits, human portraits, even fantasy pieces or comic-style paintings down the line. Who knows? Maybe someone out there has thought about commissioning a portrait, but didn't know where to start. Or maybe they just enjoy watching the process and end up reaching out later. That's why I like showing everything, not just the polished result, but all the messy in-between steps too. So yeah, if you're watching and you think, I'd love a painting like this of my own pet, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to hear from you. There's more info below in the description. And thank you for being here and for watching. I really appreciate it.